Thank you to our title partners, Aditya. Well, this brand has been known for this amazing service that they give you in terms of Ayurveda, relaxation, and even treatments that are world recognized. Well, Aditya decided to move into Colombo so that sometimes commuting all the way to Anuradhapura could be a bit hard. So you can now get all the treatments and the expert knowledge in the heart of Colombo. Make a reservation today. From relaxation to pain relief, they have such a range for you to choose from. Thank you so very much to Aditya Ayurveda in Colombo.
Danu on Fire, powered by
Celeste Daily. Missing something? Just Celeste it.
I just say it.
Welcome to Danu on Fire. Today we are checking out this amazing presidential suite here at Cinnamon Lakeside, Colombo, and we're here to speak to the man who is spearheading this whole operation for Cinnamon Hotels in Colombo. He's none other than Mr. Kamal. Thank you so very much for joining me today.
Thank you, Danu. Thanks for having me at the show.
No worries, we are super excited to have you. It's been some tough years since you took over, and Cinnamon has sailed through.
I know. I remember when I first started, we had a session. I think about how I came about, and then
with me, you should never just say session and stop.
No, it never stopped. It continued, but I mean, when we started, it was really a tough time.
Yeah.
Went through COVID, went through the financial crisis, but I'm proud to say that Cinnamon in Colombo and overall, I think we stood tall, and then we lived up to the task.
Amazing.
So I'm very happy.
I come bearing good news for those who love Cinnamon. It's like a home away from home kind of a brand. I'm not saying this because you're here, but actually my friends, even my family gets really annoyed whenever they say dinner. I'm like, let's go to Cinnamon. It's just that I have this thing towards, like, you feel so comfortable and you feel a bit wanted here. When you're feeling a bit low, you come here and people just say, hi sir, how are you? So it makes you feel good. This home away from home kind of a vibe, this simple concept, a coffee shop, to become such an iconic place from perverts to sit and be to people sit and
Let's
work.
not go there, right?
Yeah, it has become the spot to be at. How did it sort of grow into that?
I think it's all about the attitude of the people. The people makes the difference in our industry. Like you said, the time you enter from the car porch, you are greeted.
Yeah.
People know you by name. It's that Sri Lankan hospitality that we are trying to bring out to the world. That's our mission as well, vision for the hotel and the group, to bring the best of Sri Lankan hospitality to the world. So this is what we just practice, and this goes a long way, bringing that Sri Lankanness, the hospitality, the warmth. I think that has created that whole understanding of the market, that people, our guests, feel very comfortable to come to Cinnamon Hotels.
That is true.
Yeah.
Throughout the years, we have seen good times and bad times, and this the brand Oberoi that was the established brand at that time stood through some terrible times. We went through the war, we went through the riots, we went through every possible thing that it can go through. But one thing happened in terms of the Aragalaya, when I think Sri Lanka really faced some of the toughest times. The Aragalaya took place in an area where you were not disturbed, and Cinnamon Grand was able to really pick up on the weddings and things like that. How was it? How was Aragalaya for you?
I think for Aragalaya, for everyone in the country, was a difficult time. I think everyone in the industry suffered a lot. I remember the 9th of May when the first initial incident took place right in front of our hotel. And everyone started rushing into the hotel. You know, we had to safeguard the hotel, we had to safeguard our guests and the team members, associates. That was a tough task. But you know, overall during that time, you're right to say, because everything took place at Golface and the hotels around that area got impacted. And of course, we were a little bit away from that. And people used to cycle because we didn't have fuel at that time, right? So people used to cycle. We had cycle stands in front of the hotel. So yeah, we lived through that. And it was I can't say it was a good time, but it's a very good learning experience, you know, navigating through these difficult times, and especially crisis, financial crisis, managing you know a hotel or hotel group like that is not an easy task.
Yeah, and also paying salaries.
Yeah, it's not easy, and you need people who are really understanding. When I mean people, our associates, who are committed. You know, who came to work every day, who managed to come even though there are no buses, there's no fuel. They managed to come, and they made sure that the hotel is functioning, and whenever a guest arrives to the hotel, that we are ready to welcome and serve them, you know. So that was the biggest, I think, thing for me that I saw during this time.
Yeah. You know, when you do think of it, you know, we didn't have ACs, it was hard to find fuel.
We don't want to go there.
I know, that's some, yeah, cheers to that.
Yeah.
How do I drink this? I don't
Just
take the whole lamp
hold
out,
it like
right?
that, and cheers to
The
that.
whole shebang. Well, I have to ask you, cheers
Cheers.
to good life. This has been a great year for you. Recognition in terms of the brand, and kind of work that you all have put in have been recognized on a global level. Now you have become the best GM in the world or South Asia?
In Southwest Asia, World Luxury Awards.
Right. But you specifically won the best GM.
Best GM of.
How do they categorize?
So they look at different angles.
Do they also look at how the pants are? Today he dressed casual and it's a tight-fitting pants.
Let's really not go there, right?
Yeah, sorry. So tell me how.
No, they look at different angles, different aspects of your operation. The size of the operation, the P&L, the work that you have done over the year, what achievements you have made during the year as a hotel and as a brand, and looking at all those aspects, they select the best GM and the best hotel, so to say, right?
And was it a proud moment, especially for you to win it at a time when it has been a crucial timeline, when people could just, you know, throw in and be like, I'm done with this?
No, that's why I told you earlier, because, you know, it was one of the toughest years that I have faced during my 30 years career. I've worked in many different countries, not gone through something like this, COVID and then the financial crisis. And I think, you know, it was a very proud moment for me and even for the hotel, for all of us, because you know why? I can't be the best general manager without my team. And it's the team and it's the brand that helped me to drive, you know, everything what we did during this time to kind of sail through the difficult time, and that has been recognized. And that's a very proud moment for all of us as Cinnamon Hotels and Resorts.
Brilliant. We're going to come back and speak more about all these awards. We're going to take a break because on the other side we have such a huge spread of food that we've got we need to speak about here at Cinnamon Lakes. I will see you on the way. Thank you to our title partners, Aditya. Well, this brand has been known for this amazing service that they give you in terms of Ayurveda, relaxation, and even treatments that are world recognized. Well, Aditya decided to move into Colombo so that sometimes commuting all the way to Anuradhapura could be a bit hard. So you can now get all the treatments and the expert knowledge in the heart of Colombo. Make a reservation today. From relaxation to pain relief, they have such a range for you to choose from. Thank you so very much to Aditya Ayurveda in Colombo.
Danu on Fire, powered by
Missing something? Just select it.
Welcome back to the show. So I have to tell you what we have in front of us is an interesting thing. I'm going to let Kamal say it because it's his team. No?
Yeah, it's the theme designed by the Cinnamon Lakeside team. So that's a designer cocktail canopy box. You can order to be delivered to your office, to your home. Depending on the number of people, you have from 50 to 75 items, from savories to sweets.
So it all comes in a tier like this.
A tier like that, boxed,
Yeah.
nicely
Yeah.
boxed and nicely delivered to your office or home. So yeah, here we go.
You know, we Sri Lankans will keep the box as well. And we can put our own patties and all in it.
You can keep that.
Yeah.
You can keep that. The idea is for you to
Yeah,
keep it.
there you go. See, it always happens. All right, so now I'm going to ask you, Kamal, to tell me all the awards that you all won for this year. This is a lot, and it's hard for me to keep all of that in mind.
Right. So you want me to tell all the awards
Yes,
that we won?
this is a lot, no? That's right.
Quite a bit, and we started with the SATA South Asian Travel Awards in
Okay.
India just a couple of months ago in October. We won the best F&B hotel for South Asia.
Okay.
That's Cinnamon Grand. And then in the World Luxury Awards in Greece, in Athens, we won a couple of awards. One that we discussed earlier, the best general manager for Cinnamon Grand, and the best urban hotel for Southwest Asia. Then the best luxury city hotel in Sri Lanka. Then we won an interesting award for our Nugagama, which is our village in the city, the Sri Lankan theme restaurant, best culinary experience and the heritage experience. So that's an interesting one because it's something that you can't find. And in Colombo, when you go to Nugagama, as you know, it feels like you are entering a whole different zone
True.
in the middle of the city, you know.
That's amazing. Let's go back in time, Kamal. How were you as a child?
Oh, and okay. Very mischievous child, I think. You know, my mother and father sent me to hostel,
Boarding school.
boarding school when I was 11. I'm born in Mathugama in Kalutara. You know, then when I was 10, moved to Colombo. I was boarded for good 7-8 years. Yeah, so that was interesting time.
Does it give you a sense of discipline when you are boarded?
That's definitely there. Waking up in the morning, taking shower at the right time, going for studies in the morning,
Ironing your clothes.
washing your clothes. So
Yeah.
everything has to be done on your own. So that gave us some kind of discipline, me and my brother. We both there. So yeah, that helped us a lot.
Yeah, nowadays parents don't like the whole boarding situation. Did you have it good or did you have it bad?
Oh, I loved it.
Oh, really?
I loved it. Yeah, I loved it because every weekend I could go home.
Okay.
So my father would come and pick us up.
Okay.
And then we get the best treatment because we are not there.
5 days,
Right,
no?
5 days.
They match up the 5-day lap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They, especially my mother, right? And then during the week, of course, you're boarded, but you have all your friends there, you know.
That is
so
true.
though it's strict and there's discipline that you have to maintain, there's always, you know, ways the boys find things to do. You know, right?
True. Now, I wanted to ask you, when you got into this trade 30 years ago in terms of hotels, why did you choose this path?
It was,
And what was your starting job?
Yeah, so I started like when I was 17, you know, again, a time like a couple of years ago, 1988, 89, I was just sitting for my A-levels and then the school shut down because of the whole situation like Aragalya.
Of
People
course.
might not remember that now.
Yeah.
88, 89,
The riots.
the riots. So my father at that time said, you know what, I don't think there's a future at the moment here. Your studies, education will be disrupted. You better think of something where you want to go and do something. I didn't think about hotel management at the time, you know. I was still having my, you know.
Yeah. How to market a hotel when nobody wants to come to the country?
That as well. Yeah. But then I was talking to one of my school masters and I said, look, I have this thing, my father is telling me to go and study. What do you suggest? My English master. And then Mr. Sunil De Silva. And then he told me, I think hotel management is something good and Switzerland offers the best. Let's go and talk to the embassy. So he took me to the embassy, we had a chat. And they gave us a couple of agents who are handling those, you know, universities in Sri Lanka. So we met them, Captain Vikramasinghe. He's not here anymore, unfortunately, but he's the one who sent us to the Sri Lanka International University in Switzerland. we were 8 Sri Lankans. We were the largest, one of the largest batches. Went out of Sri Lanka to study hotel management at that time.
You told the other 8, no?
No, some of them are colleagues of the school. Yeah. So we all went there. And when we went to Switzerland, is a ski mountain resort called Titlis, highest in Europe. So that area is actually a remote area. That's where they put these universities, right? So the old ladies were standing there staring at us because 8 Sri Lankans with brown skin, they have never seen anybody like
to
this
the whole,
in 1990s. So that was a good experience. So then, I started studying. First job was serving breakfast for groups. That was my summer job in 1990. Israeli groups, student groups, came to Switzerland to visit, and then my first job was serving breakfast. Yeah, and then the journey continued in different areas. Yeah.
But there was a time when the hotel industry and the travel industry was the key to like get into. It's like it's the job to have. But standards were so high back in the days. Like I have been told that standards, like you will have GMs popping out of like lifts at like godforsaken hours to touch the surface and be like, is this dust? Do you think that type of management skill can still survive?
It is, you have to find the best of both at the moment, because right now the demands are much different, right? Your requirement as a GM at now and compared to then is much different, because the GM of the hotel right now also acts as the main person driving business and doing strategic things to drive business for the establishment. So yes, it is very important to make sure that you have you feel the pulse of the operation and making sure that you touch and see that it's clean to ensure that you are still keeping an eye, but also you need to manage your time to ensure that you spend substantial time strategizing and working with the commercial team to drive the expected results for hotels. So,
do you love living in hotels?
Okay, so a lot of people might say no, but I love it. I love it. I've been living in hotels since 2007, sorry, since I moved back to Sri Lanka from Switzerland, and then I've been around. This time when I came back to my own home, and I felt lost.
What? What do you mean that I don't have fresh towels in here?
That's exactly what it is, right? Now then I moved back into the hotel. See, you have to find the right balance, because the thing is, living in the hotel, it feels like you are constantly working because you are at work. If you have like currently what I have is it's in the hotel, but it gives you a private space. But only thing is you have to go through the lobby to get out. So then everybody knows, that it feels like you're working.
You can't have like in my PJs, I'm just going to run to get like a glass of milk
forget
none
that.
of those.
Forget that.
Yeah, they are not going to see you in like lingerie.
So when I want to do that, I go out of Colombo, I go somewhere else.
Where you unrecognizable.
I don't check into hotels because you can't do that.
Yeah,
Sri Lanka is a small village, so you can't do that.
Like,
right?
we saw Kamal running with the underwear. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem, that you can do at home.
Yeah.
This you can't. Anyway, we're going to come back after the break. Do stick around because we need to dig into this. This is Danu. Thank you to our title partners, Aditya. Well, this brand has been known for this amazing service that they give you in terms of Ayurveda, relaxation, and even treatments that are world recognized. Well, Aditya decided to move into Colombo so that sometimes commuting all the way to Anuradhapura could be a bit hard. So you can now get all the treatments and the expert knowledge in the heart of Colombo. Make a reservation today. From relaxation to pain relief, they have such a range for you to choose from. Thank you so very much to Aditya Ayurveda in Colombo.
Danu on Fire, powered by
Celeste Daily. Missing something? Just Celeste it.
It's Danu on Fire, final segment. We have our sweet part of the box here with us. We're speaking to Kamal, and the drink that we have got is
Yalpanam, because we know you love your town where you come from, so we made something special for you.
Yal.
Yal.
So while we have this, I have to ask you, in this this job is all about stress, no? You're dealing with somebody having some kind of a problem. Something is like some complaint is always there. When does it come to you?
Oh, good question. You know, it's different from country to country, I must say.
Okay.
Right. Here in Sri Lanka, we have a greater connection with our guests.
Yeah.
Right.
They all go, Kamal, here they have not put water no for me here.
It doesn't happen that way, okay, by the way. No, but, you know, because it's for me, especially, I would like to be part of that. I would like to be involved, and I like to know what's happening in our operation and, you know, what our guests feel. So it's important. But we have different systems to find guest feedback as well. You know, so we have an online system where guests can give us feedback while they're staying at the hotel. So we can take action while they are already still at the hotel. But normally our team is very capable of handling complaints. So I must say, it's if you take a percentage, I don't know, maybe 2 to 5% maximum, you know, would land up with me. The rest, everything, the team sort it out. They
solve it.
They're well equipped,
Yeah.
and they know how to do it, and then make sure that they make the guests happy. Yeah.
You know, because the service-oriented jobs are really hard, and especially now it's you know, back in the days you could scold somebody and be like, get out, I don't care. And that's it, you know, it's just their word against yours. But now you have social media, and then bang, you put one up, and there's somebody who has not even visited the hotel will quickly write, yes, I have also been there, and this whole drama happened. How do you all handle those?
You know, it's everybody has the right to give their opinion, right? So we don't interfere in that giving an opinion. But what we do is, if we really see that there is some issue that has been highlighted in any of the platforms that we get feedback, whether it's social media or direct feedback, we make sure that we address the root cause. That's how I think anyone should address these kind of comments, complaints, to ensure, you know, that we understand our operation, what are the gaps, and then fill those gaps and make sure that teams are trained and ensure that it doesn't happen again. You know, it's not guaranteed that it doesn't happen again. You know, we are in a human business, like you said. You know, we're dependent on multiple people and multiple layers, right? But we have to have the right processes in place. We have to empower the people to do that, and then give the right tools to them.
Now, I know that, you know, tourism being the key money bringer to Sri Lanka, although there could also be other avenues, we have just been lazy enough to keep it to tourism. Has political bodies been supportive towards the queries put out by big hotel chains? Because they are doing the bulk of investments, they're bringing down infrastructure, systems, hotels, properties. You know, is the government willing to give that support?
I think, you know, in the recent past, because I've been back in Sri Lanka since last 3 years. Out of that 2 years, we were in really, you know, difficult situation. We had COVID, then again, I don't want to go back again, you know. But since then, since last December, we are seeing a really steady growth in the tourism industry. What is good, what I see right now is the people who are governing tourism industry is closely connected with the industry and the industry players, and they tend to get advice, ask for data, you know. So looking into those aspects, I think, you know, there's a better bonding. I can't compare with the previous times because I've not been here.
That,
But what I see now is there's a good progress, and there's constant communication between the authorities and the hotels and big chains, and we have that avenues to reach out to them as well. So that's a good thing what I see. Yeah.
Right. You know, we always speak about tourism being the key. In other countries where you have worked to where we are right now, are we doing things the right way?
You know, there's obviously a lot we can do, but also, you know, the countries like Switzerland where I used to work, we have enough of funds to develop tourism, and there are a lot of things that, you know, they can do to
even if they don't
promote.
have something, they'll make it look like they have it. Yeah.
So, but for us, you know, I think funding is one of the major issues, and that's why a lot of the big players are taking a major role of promoting the country and making sure that we bring that message out. Sri Lanka as a destination is open, is ready to welcome guests, and we have so much to offer in this country. within 65,000 square kilometers, we have so many different things that you can experience, right? So we are launching, I think something. This is not new. It was announced at the TASL meeting last week as well, or just a couple of days ago. The global campaign, which we as hoteliers and industry personnel are looking very much forward to it after a long time, that we have a structured promotion campaign, to bring Sri Lanka to the world. So we are very excited.
That's amazing. Now, with all these hotels coming up, big names coming to Sri Lanka, I know they sort of took their release dates, opening dates a bit later, but they're all just bang, bang, bang next to each other. Do you think we'll have enough people coming to fill the rooms?
Competition is very good. Healthy competition is very good. And bringing in big brands or the international brands help us to promote the destination.
Correct.
Because they have a huge global network. And what they do is when they open a hotel in a destination, they go and promote the destination, in big ways. So this is a very positive thing. We shouldn't be concerned about brands coming and opening hotels in Sri Lanka. We should do what we do best and make sure that we are the best at it, and so we can compete with any brand that's coming in. But bringing in these international players, I think it's a key thing to drive tourism and promote the destination Sri Lanka in the global market.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for your hospitality. We are the suite. Life can be so easy here. I can easily get used to this. I just had to even go and change my shirt because I was like, maybe just I could have a bubble bath and come back. Life is bliss. For those who are watching, and if you feel like, I need to have a plaque put at Cinnamon for me, please go ahead and do it.
Yeah, we are on the way baking that, Danu.
Thanks. Just one pillar with my name, that's about it. Thank you so very much, Kamal, for always being so approachable, for being so conversational. Thank you so very much. Lovely having you on the show. So guys, always support local, I always say that. And to know that this is a complete local brand, it's a hotel that you should come and experience the world through the eyes of a local creation. On that note, we need to wrap things up. We will see you soon with another cool episode of Down on Fire. Till then, have a good one. Thank you to our title partners, Aditya. Well, this brand has been known for this amazing service that they give you in terms of Ayurveda, relaxation, and even treatments that are world recognized. Well, Aditya decided to move into Colombo so that sometimes commuting all the way to Anuradhapura could be a bit hard. So you can now get all the treatments and the expert knowledge in the heart of Colombo. Make a reservation today. From relaxation to pain relief, they have such a range for you to choose from. Thank you so very much to Aditya Ayurveda in Colombo.
Danu on Fire, powered by
Celeste Daily. Missing something? Just Celeste it.